Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Get this situated. Linux. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, it's there. What the? Hold on, guys. I'm coming in. I got to get this thing set up real fast. Apologize for the inconvenience. I got to make sure my live is set right so I don't get in no trouble. Options. Okay. Yo, what's happening? I'm coming, man. Got to get my live set up right. You feel me? Y'all just got to be patient. All right. I think we got that right. Get that out the way. Let's see if everything is good now. I hope so. I hope I was able to do it. Analytics will tell me. Okay. Let's get this up. All right, guys. YouTube. What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it don't, man. It's your boy Self-Conscious, man. And I'm tapping in with another live video. And I apologize for the delay, guys, but I had to make sure everything was set up with my monetization or whatever. So anyway, man, we're going to jump into the video, guys. I just got back home, man. And, man, listen, when I tell y'all it's super hot outside, man, it's like dumb hot out there, man. I just came back from Camp Antonio Hamilton. As y'all can see, I have his shirt on, his merch. He's currently he's a starting defensive back for the Atlanta Falcons last season. He played for the Arizona Cardinals. I think he had like 2 or 3 picks in that game or something like that. But he comes back every year to do his annual back to school giveaway. You know, it's a blessing, the honor, and the privilege, man, to have someone of his magnitude that come back. You know, don't forget where you came from, and despite the fact that you made it in the NFL. He's been in the league, I think now, Antonio, been in the league, I want to say 8 years. So he's played for a few teams, and obviously, you know what I'm saying, for him to still be in the league after 8 years, that lets you know he still has some value or whatever. So, you know, definitely I want to shout out Antonio Hamilton, the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a blessing, man. I had the opportunity to chop it up with him. Do have some videos, some footage, man, that I'm going to put up. But I got to do a whole lot of editing, man. I'm not even going to hold y'all, man. Like, it was so much music playing in the background. And you know, it was kind of hard and difficult for me to be able to edit that stuff out. But, yeah, guys, his brother, Jakar, he played for the Dallas Cowboys, the Oakland Raiders, and in college he played for the Georgia Bulldogs. I see Jakar pretty often. You know, he's not in the league, but he's still, you know, involved in the community. He's still doing mentoring and stuff like that. So, yeah, the guys, man, them brothers, they doing some good stuff, man. And like I said, I went out there today to spotlight him. You know, because I'm going to be honest with y'all guys, a lot of people like that, you know, they don't, you know what I'm saying, the things that they do in the community go unrecognized but unnoticed, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to get out and spotlight him, you know, give him his flowers, you know what I mean, so he can celebrate him while he's still here. And actually, man, he gave me a lot of shirts, man. Let me get these shirts and let y'all check them out. Y'all check out my little hat collection. I'll let y'all see that out the wild. But anyway, yeah, he blessed me. He blessed me with a lot of his merch today, man. I got a lot of his merch. This one right here, this is one of his shirts. It's kind of wrinkled or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But as y'all can see, that's his youth football camp shirt right there. Then I have this one right here. This is property of Camp Hamilton football. That's dope. I like that right there. Y'all see it, Camp Hamilton. And y'all guys can check him out, man. Y'all can pull him up on Google, YouTube, man, and check out some of his highlight plays last season. The Arizona Cardinals, man. Brother, I think he had like 2 or 3 picks last season. It was just one game I was watching where he had his first career pick or something like that. But yeah, definitely go check him out, man. You know what I'm saying? He's worth watching. He's awesome. This is another one of his shirts right here. And I think, yeah, I have another one. He gave me another one, just like the one that I showed you guys earlier or whatever. Got that one right there. And obviously, I got the black and white on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was fun, man. It was dope, man. It was awesome, you know what I'm saying, to be out there. I tried to go live, man, but I was like, you know what, it's too much music playing, man, and I didn't want to do nothing to get, you know what I'm saying, get myself in no trouble with YouTube. So I quickly took the video down. I deleted it or whatever, man. But, you know, it's just, I was talking about that community thing with him. And I was explaining to him, you know what I'm saying, you know, why is it that, you know, people make it in the music industry or in professional sports, man. And a lot of those guys literally forget about where they come from. But Antonio, he's just one of those guys, man. He make it his business to come back home every opportunity he get to give back. And like every year for Christmas, he always come back and do the toy drive giveaway. Bicycles. It's just it's crazy, man. It's just overwhelming with all the great things that Antonio Hamilton does in his community, man. And that brother deserves all the love and the support in the world. And like I said, he's a God-fearing man. This guy literally travels, throughout the off season, go to different schools and do speaking engagements with the kids or whatever. He's always helping out the homeless. Like it's just a story that can't nobody tell it better than him. You know what I'm saying? One of those kind of stories, you feel me? So, and I had the opportunity to tap in with him today, man. And like I said, I have some content that I'm gonna edit to make sure, I don't get in no trouble with the music or the sounds in the background. And then I'm gonna just post them at some point today, long form videos or whatnot. So y'all guys can definitely stay tuned and stay locked in for that. Me and him and I took some pictures and stuff together, so I'm gonna add some photos up and let y'all check the photos out, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But anyway, with that being said, I wanted to get that out the way, man. I wanted to shout out Antonio Hamilton, man. You know what I mean? So with that being said, no, man, I wear my mustaches like this, bro. This is just me. I don't like, it's just my own little style. I have my own little swag and own little way of go about doing things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just me, man. I try not to be something that I'm not. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? I got my Camp Hamilton shirt on, black jeans, my little J's on, and my Dallas Cowboy hat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just chilling today, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a little plain Jane watch on. Nothing spectacular, nothing serious. But anyway, man, guys, man, this Trump situation, man, this thing is getting ridiculous, man. It's getting ridiculous. And every time I think about this situation, man, it leads me to feel like that it's more to it than what we think, man. I really do believe that there were other people literally involved in that situation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal intake, because if you think about it, if you look at it, at one point from the beginning, when I first saw the clips that someone sent to me, man, it looked like that it was just something coerced. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It was a performance on Donald Trump's half or whatever. But the more I think about it, it was real, man. The guy that did whatever he done, you know what I'm saying, he got taken out, man. And then from my understanding, I think it was an older lady that lost her life as well throughout the process. So it was definitely real. It wasn't staged. It wasn't WWE SmackDown like everybody was assuming. And to be honest with you, when I seen the clips, you know what I mean, I had to look at the clips like 15 times because I'm like, is this really happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? It made me think. And I'm like, dang, I'm still for Trump for president and stuff like that. But I was like, dang, if it was staged like peoples are saying, then it could possibly hurt, you know what I'm saying, the Republican campaign for Trump for president. But it didn't turn out like that. It turned out that it was definitely real, man. It was definitely real, and, hopefully Trump is good, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he got shot in the ear or something like that. Y'all seen the blood trickling down or whatnot, man. But it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? The world is like, we going through so much as a culture and as a race of people, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you got peoples out here that's so addicted to living, you know what I'm saying, effed up or whatever. It's like, they don't want to see nobody else make the attempt to try to make the world a better place. So, that guy was like, what, 21, 22, 23 years old that done that and ended up losing his life in the process. I didn't see no point of it. I really didn't. I didn't see no point in that situation, man. But obviously, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened. God knows best. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just crazy, man. I'm like, dang, man, like, what's going on, man? And then you got people like trying to put their own little twist of things. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all know how people's rock, man. You know what I'm saying? People will take a situation, man, and chop it up and hit you with it with 30, 40 different ways. And I'm like, well, it didn't happen like that. It didn't go like that. So Why are people sitting here striving to make something appear to have went the way it didn't went or whatever? But like I said, it's a good thing that Trump is okay, good and good and dandy and stuff like that, and he's still able to carry on, you know what I'm saying, with his campaigning or whatever. And if you ask me, to be honest, which I feel like Trump already president. They just waiting on November the 5th, you know what I'm saying, correction. They just waiting on January to get him sworn into the White House, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really see Trump doing good things for America, man. I really think Trump gonna get us back to prominence and to dominance. A lot of these countries gonna, you know, start back respecting us as a country and as a nation, because y'all got to look at it, man. We provide for so many different countries or whatever. They rely on the United States of America for a whole lot of stuff. But then you got people like Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, giving away the American currency, you know what I'm saying, not by the millions, not by the thousands, but by the billions, man. You know what I'm saying? This man giving away billions of dollars to people that don't even have our best interests at heart as a country, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, you know, getting Donald Trump back in office, I can definitely see a huge change. And what I'm talking about, a rapid change. I'm talking about, you know, with the economy, I feel like, you know, Donald Trump gonna, you know, step in and focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, there is a lot of things that's going on for us in our country, but I think that economy is the top priority. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything else is secondary, but still most necessary. You feel me? But that economy, man, it's crazy because, I mean, it's hard, man. A lot of people can't even provide for the table, man. You know what I'm saying? People can't even put food on the table because you got to look at it. The prices is just ridiculous, man. Like, I remember at one point, you could like just literally go out, you know what I'm saying, and go grocery shopping and feel good when you leave out of that, when you go into your car, you know, putting your groceries away in the trunk or whatever you may be doing. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like everything, you know what I'm saying, serves its own purpose. You know what I'm saying? You already know when you go grocery shopping, your money got to be right. You feel me? Two, when you go to put gas in your vehicle or your transportation or whatever, you know your pockets got to be right. And you got a lot of people driving those big, huge SUVs, you know, take 60, 70, 80 bucks to fill them up. So you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? You spending $70 to fill up your gas tank. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you're going at. You know what I'm saying? A big, huge SUV, you might get 2 days out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just people not realizing that, you know, whatever Trump passed is his past. You know, it does not have anything to do with the fact that we literally need Trump back in office to make a difference, man. We need that difference maker. We need that person in office, you know what I'm saying, with a muscle game. Because, you know, Joe Biden don't have a muscle game, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of ironic when they was up there, you know, the first debate, you know, Biden was trying to like contest everything that Donald Trump was saying. And then he was kind of like adding on to it, you know what I'm saying, putting his own little twist to it. And I'm like, well, dang, you know what I mean? You saying this and you saying that, but based on what we are seeing as a people, since you've been in office, we haven't really seen you do anything, bro. You haven't done anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you talking a good game, you know what I'm saying? And his last statement was, you know, I'm getting back in office because we have unfinished business. Like, I'm trying to figure out what is the unfinished business that Joe Biden is inquiring about. I don't see, you know, what he mean about unfinished business, man. I haven't seen him done anything or do anything perhaps from the beginning since he's been in office up until now. It's like now, you know what I'm saying, you 1 foot out of the White House. And so now you're trying to find a way to manipulate the minds or the masses to get them to vote for you. You know what I'm saying? That with the possibility of a $2,800 stimulus check sliding through. You know what I'm saying? And then you allowing illegal immigrants to come over here in our country, man. Trump had the border shut down. The border was on smash. Them folks weren't coming over here, bro. They weren't getting no play. They weren't getting no love because Donald Trump made it known specifically. You're not finna come over here and flood my country out with fentanyl. You know, you're not finna flood my country out with a bunch of murderers and rapers and all that stuff there. You feel me? So the border was secured. But the minute Donald Trump was taken out of office, it's like all policies that he had put in place and began to implement, right? Joe Biden come back and try to rectify, rectification. Okay, bam, I don't like the way he done this, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna throw this to the side, and then I'm gonna come back with this right here to kind of like overlap that. But y'all got to think about it. Everything that Donald Trump had implemented or put into implementation was working. But the minute Biden took office and went astray, you know what I'm saying, in contrary of what Donald Trump had already established, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, through a loop. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like messed up everything. So now you have the American citizens sitting back, questioning their own votes now. Like, why did we vote for this guy? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I voted for him based on the stuff that he was saying. And I know a lot of times, a lot of these politicians or you know what I'm saying, when it comes to politics and stuff like that, a lot of these people, man, they just cast stuff out in the universe, man. They just throw stuff out there that they feel like you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about manipulations. You know what I'm saying? It's just manipulating the minds. You know what I'm saying? Having the peoples to actually believe that this is what you're going to produce. And then when you actually get in office, your level of production does not add up, not even a little bit, to the speech that you gave. Because, see, a lot of these guys are not going to live up to their own expectations. I mean, that's just life. You know what I'm saying? And when I say life, I'm speaking like everybody, you know what I'm saying, have a little BS with them here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it a bean with you. But when you're dealing with a position in a role such as what Joe Biden is playing, you don't have room and error to do stuff like that. Because there's no way that you can expect for people to come right back and vote you for another term, another 4-year term at that, based on what you have displayed thus far since you've been in the White House. I haven't seen anything. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing that I can honestly say, me personally, you know what I'm saying, that I've seen Joe Biden do, man, is that $1,400 stimulus check. And then Donald Trump had something to do with that because he didn't even want to give the Americans nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Trump was on some stuff like, man, you should be ashamed of yourself. But now look how it's designed now. You have almost 30 million illegal immigrants that Joe Biden allowed in this country by opening that border up, giving them an opportunity to feel and experience and see what it's like to live the American dream. But most of them, you know what I'm saying, came over here with hidden agendas and ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them didn't come over here for the American dream. A lot of them came over here to create destruction, mass destruction, chaos and confusion. So there's another American that just lost her life by another illegal immigrant, man. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff is adding up. So my question is this right here. Are you willing, correction, part myself, are you willing to entrust someone that have already displayed failure? Because that's all it is failure, man. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden done failed us as a country. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. At one point, America, we didn't have no worries, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody respected us. Even Putin. You know what I'm saying? When Trump was in office, Putin didn't play with Donald Trump like that because he know Donald Trump ain't got time for the head games. He ain't got time for the chess games. You know what I'm saying? See, we don't play checkers no more. That's what a lot of people would say. I don't play checkers no more. I play chess. But guess what? You can't play chess no more, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take it to a whole new astrological plane now because the playing fields are different. The game is played different. The game is cut different. You know what I'm saying? People are not articulating the way they was articulating 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We're in a whole different time zone. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to be like 10 steps ahead of the game. The old saying go, stay 1 step ahead of the game, blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's 10 steps now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how astonishing it is now. You know what I'm saying? And then you can just look around you, man. When you go out to places like public places or public venues and things of that nature, man, when I look around, all I see is failure. I see failure in everything. I know now I can't go to McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, and cop the little $3, $4 meal no more. You know what I'm saying? Because the economy that made it to where the food is almost double now. So what you was paying $4 for 4 years ago, it's like almost $8. You feel what I'm saying? With a tip that come with it. You feel me? So now my thing is, if y'all paid attention to that debate, those are one of the main issues and factors that Donald Trump was addressing. He was striving to get the American people to see. Go back to when I was in office. What did the taxes look like? What did the gas prices look like? What did the food prices look like? You feel me? Now compare my term with Joe Biden's first term. And that's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer, dude. I mean, it's a freaking no-brainer. There is no way possible that you guys can't tell me that y'all don't see a huge, tremendous difference within the economy. And like I said, that's like one of the main focal points right now. You know, because you have some peoples out there, man, that work 10, 12-hour shifts, graveyard shifts. You have some peoples out there, man, that's working ridiculous hours. I'm talking about King Kong, Godzilla hours. You know what I'm saying? You got to work 50, 60, 70 hours to literally see a decent check. And then on top of that, when after you work those hours, you know what I'm saying, the wear and tear on your body or whatever, now it's time to pay bills. Now it's time to do this and do that. Shit, by the end of the day, if you getting paid on a Friday, you wake up Saturday morning, you ain't got no bread. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about it, you know where the money went. And that's the mindset and mentality you need to have. You know what I'm saying? Long as you know where your money is going, it's all good and gravy. But man, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, all that wear and tear on your body to wake up the following day after you cash your check the previous day, and you can't find $1 in your pocket, more or less a piece of lint? Are you serious? What are we talking about? Why is it a discussion? Why is it even a debate? Why do we have a debate currently anyway? Debate, what are we debating about? About his stupidness? The things that he's done incorrectly since he's been in office? That's what we talking about? That should be the topic. That should be the topic. And so people are talking about these job opportunities that Joe Biden done created. Man, let me put y'all up on game. If you've never been incarcerated and you was a convicted felon, don't you know it's going to be very tremendously hard and difficult for people like that to get a job because they looking at your past? You see what I'm saying? So it should have been jobs designed and created specifically for that type of crowd or that type of people. You see what I'm saying? See, these are avenues that Joe Biden could have pursued and created a whole different atmosphere and community for us from a job perspective for people that fit that criteria. You know what I'm saying? For people, it don't matter if you go in there with a suit and a tie on, no hat, clean shave, haircut. When they pull you up, when they pull your paperwork up and see that you've been incarcerated, you a convicted felon or whatever, you automatically disqualified. They automatically disqualify you because they're not looking at the present person. All they see is what the paper is saying. The paper is saying that you're a bad person, in despite of the fact that you probably reformed and retransformed yourself and became a different person, a better person. You have a different outview and perspective on life. See, they not looking at that. They looking at paper. And see, that paper disqualifies a lot of people, man. So Joe Biden should have created a system, once again, a system that would not allow people as such to be victimized or to become victimized like that. You feel me? But the reality of it is this right here. You have people that's utilizing Donald Trump's past, the many bad, harsh things that they've had to say about Donald Trump to automatically disqualify him. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about the universe don't lie. You know, you hit that man with 34 misdemeanors. 34 misdemeanors. Goes to court, get found guilty, and these misdemeanors are automatically enhanced to felonies? I've never heard nothing like that. You've never heard nothing like that. When did that even exist? How can you charge someone for something initially and then take them to trial and find them guilty and say, you know what, I'm going to enhance these charges? You can't do that. All this stuff's supposed to take place or transpire before the process and for us the trial and all that stuff there. You see what I'm saying? But God is good, though, because they made it a way, you know what I'm saying, where Trump was granted immunity, and meaning he still had the opportunity to continue with his presidential campaign. So now the debate come. Y'all seen the debate. He got up there and gave Biden the business. Biden couldn't stand toe-to-toe with Trump. You know, Trump told him he can't even hit he don't think he can hit a golf ball 50 yards. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, Based on that and the people disappointed in Joe Biden for his poor performance against Trump at that debate, they already knew, they smelt defeat. So now, man, we got to slow this dude down, man. We got to slow him down some kind of way. Boom, Trump hit Wisconsin. And y'all already know how pivotal that state is right there. You win Wisconsin, man, you might have to say you done won the election. And Trump had the peoples there. He had the supporters there. You know what I'm saying? Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Somebody tried to hit him in the head with the headshot. You feel me? So if you think about what I'm saying, man, they doing everything in their powers to try to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. But it's not going to happen, though, man, because they going about it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all guys in a couple of my previous videos, you feel me? I've been a Democrat all my life. That's all I knew was blue. Democrat, 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 Democrat. Hey, who you going to vote for, man? I'm Democrat, bro. I'm voting Democrat. But, man, I never thought in a million years one day I would wake up and say, you know what? I'm voting for the Republicans, man. Because it's based on, the statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm sitting here, that's just like if I go and turn that stove on, right? And that stove is hot. And you tell me, man, don't touch that because it's going to burn you. I touch it anyway. That's the reality of it. If I touch it, it's going to burn me. It's going to affect me. And that's the same thing with these Democrats now. You feel me? It's like they trying to turn everybody against the Republicans, specifically Donald Trump. Because let's just be honest. Donald Trump win president. He going to win the presidential thing. He going to win it. We know that. He going to get sworn in January. Don't y'all know Trump finna clean house? This is the president. So a lot of these Democrats, they finna get up out of the Oval's office, out of the White House. They got to go. They ain't got to go home, but they got to get up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what they scared of. They scared of Donald Trump assembling this team like Voltron, like Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? They scared of that because now Trump literally gets to do what he was going to do his second term. Now, mind you, Joe Biden, that last term, it was a lot of stuff with that, man. There was something wrong with the numbers. Them ballots came up missing like that. There is no way that someone of Joe Biden's magnitude was able to outlast and beat Trump like that in a landslide. There is no way possible. You know what I'm saying? He's no different now than he was then. He was on the same level. You got a person, man, that can't like literally finish a speech. I mean, this man finna turn 85 years old, bro. Well, like, what are we talking about? This man finna turn 85 years old. So there is no way possible that we are going to sit here and literally say that we finna entrust someone like Joe Biden. Pardon myself 1 second. Excuse me, I'm back, guys. So anyway, now when he was talking about he support Roe v. Wade and all that stuff, let me tell y'all something, man. One thing that I've never been cool with, and that's abortion. I mean, some of y'all may feel different or whatever, but abortion, man, I feel like everybody should have an opportunity to come into this world and have the opportunity to live, to be able to experience what a career is like and all that good stuff there. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to read that. I understand what you're saying, Peter, but that's just your personal intake. I got you. But yeah, I just don't feel like, women should have the rights to kill babies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see no purpose in it. My thing is this right here. If you ain't ready to take on the responsibility, man, just keep your legs closed, bro. Don't lay down and make the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. You know, ain't nobody making you do it by choice. You doing it because you want to. You know what I'm saying? If you want to prevent pregnancy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Use protection. There are many different ways to prevent yourself from pregnancy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't support that Roe v. Wade thing. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't support it by no means necessary. And so, you know, Joe Biden, he's like, to me, he reminds me of one of those old school slave masters. Hmm. That's what he, because we talking about the same guy that called black people super predators back in the 90s. So we can't forget about that he done already made racial slurs and remarks about the black people. And then you come back years later, now you want to depend on the black people to support you throughout your presidential candidate run or whatever. How? You just sat here and disrespected us. You just called us literally everything but the child of God. You feel what I'm saying? But you still have people out there, in despite of knowing that proof that Donald Trump was able to produce, you still have black peoples out there that's going to vote for him. And those are the ones that still have that slave mentality, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. Those are the bootlickers. That's what I call them. I call them bootlickers. And Joe Biden already know the quickest way and the easiest way to get to a black person. I hate to say it, but I gotta keep it 100, man. I can't sugarcoat it. The easy and quickest way to get to a black person is put a dollar bill or put a dollar in his face. Put a dollar in his face, he'll sell himself short, man. He will sell himself short for $1. So that's the upper hand people like Joe Biden have over on black people. You know what I'm saying? So when he said he wasn't finished yet, you know what I'm saying? He want to finish what he started. He wasn't speaking about the country. He's speaking about continuing to separate the black people, man, to destroy the black culture. That's what he's talking about. But again, a lot of y'all are not mentally inclined and intelligent enough to be able to see that. Unlike Donald Trump ain't biased, he for the people. You know what I'm saying? Look what he did for the blacks when he was in office, man. That man opened up so many doors and presented and gave so many different opportunities for black people as far as jobs. He did a whole lot for these HBCU colleges or whatever. Like Donald Trump literally did, he like really maxed out. You know what I'm saying? But now you got somebody like Joe Biden that's trying to take credit from that man because he feel defeat. He smelled defeat. He know the people don't want it no more. You can't produce, man. Everything that you said to the people, you didn't do it. Because I'm going to tell you, we have a lot of peoples out here in the world, right, that speak heavenly, but their ways and actions reflect that of hell. I'm going to say that again. You have a lot of peoples out here that speak heavily, but their ways and actions reflect that of hell. Their ways and actions does not coexist with what they manifest from their mouth. And so Joe Biden falls in that category easily based on his actions. Why are American citizens being murdered and raped by illegal immigrants? When did that start happening? It wasn't happening when Trump was in office. It wasn't even happening when Obama, George Bush, and the last few presidents was in office. Wasn't none of that stuff taking place. Wasn't none of that stuff transpiring. Wasn't none of that stuff happening. But all of a sudden, you got somebody like Joe Biden that's power struck and don't understand his position or the role that he's supposed to play. He easily became discombobulated, man. You know what I'm saying? He started thinking reckless. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, fucking chemist or something. You know what I'm saying? In the lab experimenting on something. That's what his term was based on. Experimentation. He wanted to experiment on the people. However, it backfired on him simply because now it's going to cost him not only his position in the White House, but it's going to cost him his character. So now we can question, are you really the person that you told us or that you displayed to us 4 years ago? Are you really that person? Are you really that person that really feel like black people are super predators and if they don't vote for you, they ain't black? Come on, man. That shouldn't even be allowed for a person that's running for president to be able to say that. Like, that's just on some whole next level stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just totally disrespect for him to even be approved to even come on national TV and say something like that of that magnitude or perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, you know, a person that's evil-minded, bro. Somebody that would do something by all means necessary to get what they want to get in life. And a lot of times, that could be a good thing, and it could be ultimately a bad thing. Because now, if I want to grow up and become a professional football player, then I'm gonna do whatever I need to do by all means necessary to reach that level in life. And meaning I'm gonna stay in school. I'm gonna make sure my grades up. I'm gonna make sure that I keep good company around me. I'm gonna make sure I keep myself away from the streets, away from violence, drugs, or whatever the case may be. That's the positive side of it. But the negative side of that right there is a person saying, you know what, if it takes me opening up a border to allow some peoples in, to kill some peoples, to do this and to do that, that's the category Joe Biden falls in. And he's displaying it. It's not like I'm making it up. I can't make it up when you seeing it on TV. See, that's what I be trying to tell people. A person can't make something up if they can show it to you. I don't have to show it to you. You got a TV just like I got a TV. You read newspapers like I read newspapers. You browse through magazines like I browse through magazines. So why do I have to sit here and literally go beyond measures to get people to believe or see this when you already seen it? And so the ones that's literally bidding against Donald Trump, man, they going against Trump, man, because a lot of people feel like Donald Trump is what? Cocky, conceited, and flamboyant. That's what a lot of people feel. He's cocky, conceited, and flamboyant, right? And to a certain extent and to a certain degree, we are all cocky, conceited, and flamboyant. It's nothing wrong with being cocky. It's nothing wrong with being conceited sometimes. It's nothing wrong with being flamboyant. It's just how you go about doing those three elements. That's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. 3 and 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6. That's equality. What is equality? Equality means to be equal. It means to want for others as well as you want for yourself. But we don't have a president with that mindset or that mentality right now. He don't want the peoples to have nothing. There is no way he wants us to have nothing. I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to tell you why he don't want us to have nothing. You got illegal immigrants over here that you know that's illegal, that don't have green cards, that don't even supposed to be in this country by no means necessary. They getting free Medicaid. When you got American citizens and veterans then to put their life on the front line to fight for this country, they ain't even eligible for that. They got to submit so much documentations. They got to present fucking work history or background in order to even be considered or eligible. Versus these illegal immigrants, they come straight in. They getting food stamps. They getting Medicaids. They getting free living. They getting free phones. They getting free money every month on this debit card that they gave them. Now you tell me what the Americans are getting. Show me what he's giving to the American citizens. If you can show me what he's giving to the American citizens, I shut up. If anybody can show me right now proof that the same thing that I told you, that I just announced to you, that he's doing for the illegal immigrants, I denounce what I just said. It'll never happen because numbers don't lie. Math don't lie. Knowledge is infinite, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let me put this cigarette down. And I apologize for smoking on camera. And if any kids watching my videos, smoking is not good for you, man. Do not pick up a cigarette. Just like you say no to drugs, how you say no to guns and no to gang activity, say no to cigarettes because it's not good for you. And that's just not, that don't look good on my behalf anyway on the stream smoking cigarettes. I should know way better than that, and I do apologize for that. That's just the respect and love that I have for the viewers and my subscribers, for the ones that support me. So I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for the inconvenience. But anyway, moving on. Back to this Joe Biden. So now there's a speech, a national speech that Joe Biden gave out, like what I'm going to say 4 or 5 days ago. And, you know, to me personally, myself, it's like his speech was pretty much based on the fact that he failed the Democrats at that debate in Atlanta against Donald Trump a couple weeks ago. He know he failed the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, think about it. He said, we finally beat Medicaid. You feel me? You know what Trump said? Well, you right about that. You did beat Medicaid. You beat it to death. You trying to take people off Medicaid. You have you literally have people out here that have these physical disabilities, man, that can't even work. You know what I'm saying? People that have to rely on the government to provide them, financially, you know what I'm saying, economically, you know what I'm saying, roof over their head, the basic, your basic human needs in life. They need that. But you have somebody like Joe Biden, instead of trying to balance it out or reconstruct things to make it fit into the blueprint, you doing the contrary. You doing the opposite, bro. It's like instead of you trying to fix it, you making it worse. The old saying going, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Well, with Joe Biden, it's fixed because Trump left it fixed, but then you talk around and you broke it. Like everything this man had established that was working for the American citizens and for our country, man, you came right back around and you tore it down. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this right here. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? All it takes is common logical sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Common logical sense and being able to comprehend. Again, being able to see things for what they are versus what they appear to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you utilizing your two physical eyes to tap into something, 9 times out of 10, your physical eye is going to lead you astray, bro. It's going to have you, it's like you in the bottomless pit or something. It's like you in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Or you got it in your mind, this hole is like 80 feet below Earth's surface. I can go into that hole and I can still survive. That's not true. Because what you need to survive, you need oxygen. That hole is not providing oxygen, bro. And so that's when reality kick in. Reality lets you know now, you know, difficult situation. You don't have oxygen. You don't have food. You are not in position. This is not survival mode. You're playing with your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like Joe Biden. He done played with his credentials. He done played with his character because the peoples are literally looking at you different. It doesn't matter, that you still have peoples out there that supporting you for president, the candidate for president. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with the overall numbers. And like I said, numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers do not lie. So just because you have people still out there streaming your name does not necessarily mean that you're going to get back in that office. And if you get back in that office, man, I'm going to tell the American peoples now, man, y'all might as well go ahead and throw the towel in like Rocky. Throw the towel in. Another 4 years with Joe Biden, bro, we talking about war. That's the main thing. That's the only discussion that we gonna have. If Joe Biden gets back in office, we talking war. I'm talking about a war where they got to go snatch people out the penitentiary. Felons, convicted murderers, rapers, robbers, or whatever. And they got to literally entrust these people putting guns in their hands, bro. The same people that you say them violated the laws of the land, and we got to take them out of society and put them back in another place or put them in a place to themselves because they don't know how to act. Their character is not fit for society. But these are the type of people now, if a war break off over here on our land, y'all got to go take them keys and turn that door, bro. Y'all got to let them out. You got to put them MKs in their hands. You got to put the machine or whatever. You got to put artillery, weaponry in these people's hands, bro. So what's the difference? You see what I'm saying? It's like everything is like backwards. When you in a car, when you drive in the car, you put it in drive. You know what I'm saying? And you do it because, you're going somewhere. You can see the road. But think about you have to put a car in reverse and drive backwards. Man, that's hard. That's tough. Bagging in and a distance like that is totally different. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see, the difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. You have one person that understands what the country is in need of. Then you have one that understands what the country is in need of, but just because he's been abusive with his power, just because he want to flex his power or his credibility or whatever, I'm going to do otherwise. Because my opponent, I hate him. I hate my opponent. I can't stand my opponent. You know what I'm saying? My opponent is just too cocky. You know what I'm saying? The people just love him too much. You see what I'm saying? That's his mindset. But at no point when that debate took place, he brought up the fact that they said Donald Trump had sex with a porn star when his wife was married, for one. Number two, he said that Donald Trump's supposed to have done something improperly to a female in public, right? So all this stuff is what he's throwing out to the peoples about Donald Trump. But guess what, though? At no point did he ever make mention of his son, Hunter Biden, getting found guilty for illegal possession of firearms. He never brought anything up about Hunter Biden. We know, the peoples already know what's going on. You feel me? But he never brought it up. So I'm saying this to say that. I said that to say this. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying, do dirt on top of dirt. You can't and cast a stone or throw a rock and hide your hand or hide behind a tree. You can't do that. Because the world is constantly revolving on this axis, man. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever heard anything about molecules or whatever? Like this wall right here, it's moving at a terrific speed right now. We all, wherever you station at right now, you moving at a terrific speed. But the naked eye cannot detect to it. You know what I'm saying? So we dealing with energy now. We dealing with a magnetic of attraction. We dealing with a positive and a negative element. And meaning one cannot live without the other. That's why God has gave us an option to live on the good side, the bad side, the positive side or the negative side. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to pretty much control the things that we can control. And the things we can't control, we in fact allow God to control those things for us. And meaning Joe Biden can literally control what's going on in this country right now. He has the power, the discretion to do that. But this is not what he want to do. He want to wait, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the game. You know, it's overtime now. You know what I'm saying? We done went 4 quarters with this cat. First, second, third, and fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? It's overtime. It's sudden death now. You know what I'm saying? So now you already know. If I get that ball first and march down the field and don't score, then the opposition get the ball and march down the field and score. Ball game. Game over with. So that's the mindset that he has now. He understands that the game is over with for him now. So I got to come up with something. I done open the border up. You know what I'm saying? I done allowed the illegal immigrants to come in to do what they do best. I done done that. But that ain't enough. So what I need to do? I got to come up with a plan. I got to come up with a plan. What's that plan? Boom. I got to send a stimulus check out. But I gotta roll some stimulus checks out to them black people, man. A month, and then you talking about, from my understanding, these stimulus checks supposed to roll out. Listen, guys, these stimulus checks are scheduled to roll out 1 month before the presidential election, bro. The election is November the 5th. The stimulus check's supposed to start rolling out October the 5th. So that's a 30-day, that's a 30-day cushion. So you got 30 days to literally get out what? Millions of stimulus checks. Most of them gonna hit the black people because y'all already got that stuff on file and on record. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know we're gonna load them up on the black peoples first. You know what I'm saying? We already know the white folks, they already with Trump. I already know that. Out of 100%, 80% of them with Trump, 20% with me. You know what I'm saying? The black peoples, they are kind of like wishy-washy right now. They kind of like iffy because Trump got on national TV and exposed me and told the black peoples how I felt about them in the early 90s when I called them super predators. Number 2, everything that I told the black peoples that I was going to do for them, when I told them if they don't vote for me, they not black, I didn't live up to those expectations. So that's another strike against me. That's strike 2. Now, y'all know how the game go. Baseball. You up there, ball coming, strike 1. Ball coming, strike 2. You already know the next strike, you up out of here, right? So now he already know he's on strike 3. He just ain't swung the bat. He on strike number 3, but he just ain't swung the bat. Strike 3 is the black people. The biggest population in the world, black people. So if I can figure out some kind of way to manipulate these suckers again, to get them to vote for me, I got them. I know I got them, but I got to get them to vote for me. How can I get these people to vote for me? Like I said, money is the root of all evil, bro. Money is the root of all evil. That's one of our biggest issues, man. One of our biggest weaknesses. Not one, it is the main weakness of a black person. A dollar, bro. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he thinking now, he calculating every step that he taking right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people don't calculate their own stuff. But Joe Biden is up on this game, so he playing the slow roll. I can't properly finish the sentence. So I want people to have in their mindset that I'm slow. that I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Old 80 and gray. I want people to think that. But on the flip side, Joe Biden in the cut, boy. He in the cut, putting a blueprint together. You remember that joint Jay-Z came out, Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, and Blueprint. They were some banging albums one day. He made some money off them suckers, right? That's the same mindset that Joe Biden have right now. Blueprint. Every day he wake up, man, that man come up with a blueprint, man, a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And life ain't nothing but a blueprint. It's what you make of it. We just here. We just living in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't own none of this stuff. That's why I tell people, you know what I'm saying? The U-Haul ain't gonna follow the hearse. The U-Haul ain't gonna follow the hearse. You can't call to the U-Haul place and say, look at here, I'm dead, I'm laying in my casket, right? They about to bury me over here at Mount St. Nine or whatever, you feel me? So what I need you to do, I need you to send like 4 U-Hauls to my crib, to my big mansion or whatever, right? And I want you to tell them to go in there and load all my jewelry, all my clothes, all my $300, $400, $500 sneakers. I want them to load them in boxes and put them in one specific U-Haul. Then I want you to tell them to go in there and gather all my clothes up, box all them, put them in another specific U-Haul. Then I want you to tell them to get all the expensive furniture, like, you know, the bedroom sets that I done spent $150,000 for. I want you to tell them to stack them up, you know, nice and neatly, you know, in the U-Haul. And then after that, I want you to tell them to get all my food, you know, all my crabs and all my lobsters and, you know, all my good KLC, my pizza, my juice, you know, my Rick Ross drinks and stuff. I want you to pack all that stuff up in boxes, just hear me, and put it in that U-Haul. Then I want you to turn around and call the dealership and see if they'll send like 3 or 4 rollbacks out there. Cause I got a Range Rover, I have a Audi, I have a Scat Pack, I have a Rolls Royce. So I want you to tell them to come, you know, load all of them up, right? So when y'all load all of that up, I want you to get on the phone. You should have me saved up under your phone. You got me saved up under Dead Man. Yeah, that's the name that I told you to save up under the phone. Dead Man, okay? All right, so I want you to, you know, when everything get good, call me, Dead Man. Yeah, Dead Man, they done loaded everything up in the U-Haul, man. Oh, yeah? All right, well, check this out right here. They still gotta take put some more embalming fluid in me and stuff like that, because I'm still, but just when I give you the call, okay, follow me on down here to Mount St. Nine, right? Five U-Hauls and 3 rollbacks following you to the graveyard. So what they gonna do after they dig my hole and the hole is already pre-dig. After they lower me down in my hole, I told them to make sure the hole is about 200 feet below Earth's surface, and widest and widest the town that I'm from. So y'all will have enough room to pack all that stuff in there, you know, like on top of the casket or whatever. So I can just lay in my casket and I can just see, yeah, that's how people think, bro. Materialistic peoples of the world, that's how they think. They literally think they can take that material shit with them. I said all of that to say this. You can't take it with you. It's virtually impossible. You can will it to somebody, but guess what? At the end of the day, the state gonna have the last say so. Do I need to say that again? Did y'all catch that? It's my stuff. I'm putting Joseph Smith down as the will beneficiary, right? But guess what? The state still gonna intervene. Boy, let's go back and make sure. Oh, he wasn't paying his property taxes. Oh, he was behind on such and such. Oh, he got these 2 open bank accounts. Oh yeah, no, you can't get none of that. Let me get that. Auction that shit off. So you losing all the way around the board. You losing because your life gone. And 2, the peoples that you wanted to have the shit, they can't get it now. Why? Because you weren't doing your homework when you was living. So why sit here and lock in on materialistic things of the world? Why? Why? Can anybody tell me that? But that's the mindset and the mind state and mentality that we have as a people. I understand folks that work tremendously hard would like to possess or have the finest things in life. I get it. I understand. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the abusive side of it. You feel me? And so when you become addicted and immune to the materialistic stuff of the world, then you are easy to become manipulated, right? Into buying into something in despite of the fact that you know that it's not correct or right and exact, but you still biting into it. And so that's what Joe Biden has done. He done studied the black culture, the black race. He see how we act. He see what we love. He see what we want. He see what we possess. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the stimulus checks is finna start rolling out. And if those checks, $2,800 stimulus checks, start rolling out October the 5th, I hate to say it, that's gonna keep Joe Biden in the race. That's gonna keep him in the race. I'm telling you, that's gonna keep that sucker in the race. If they get them stimulus checks approved and rolling out around October, but Donald Trump gonna have to go hard, boy. He gonna have to go hard in the paint. It's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know he already got the Hispanics, the illegal immigrants or whatever. He already got them. They sold up. They couldn't get out of it if they wanted to. They done made an agreement with Joe Biden. It's an agreement because they know if Trump get back in office, I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that, right? I wanna put some emphasis and I wanna clarify and put some clarification on what I'm saying, right? Because I don't want to feel like I'm losing nobody. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you the reason why I said that, right? Because they already know what Donald Trump said. If I win, I'm gonna build a wall. But before I build a wall, I'm finna send them troops, man. We finna round y'all up. We gonna round all of y'all up, right? And we're gonna send you back where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Willingly or unwillingly, you gotta go. And when we get y'all over there, then we're gonna put the wall up. You ain't coming over that wall. Get in the plane if you want to. You know they got a missile defense system. Shoot you down in midair. Don't try it. Don't try to fly over that wall. Because, boy, you going down. You going DOWN all the way down for the count. Hit him high. What Hassan Campbell say? Hit him in the head with a headshot. Y'all see how? Bro, get it to you raw and uncut. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. I'm not sugarcoating it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we ain't good. We just not good and great at accepting things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? We want to put our own little twist, our own little turn. We want to do all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to sit here and accept the reality of anything. We don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We just do not want to sit here and accept the reality of it. And until we are able or until we decide to do as such, it would make us a better place. It would make us a better people, a better person, a better visionary. But we ain't locked in like that. We ain't locked in like that. So, and one thing else I've learned about people, you have people that's going to feel the way they want to feel, bro. You have people that's going to say the things that they want to say. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you say or how you say it. People going to always feel the way they want to feel. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to think about it. You know what I mean? I tell people, man, like at the end of the day, man, you know, a lot of people say politics or they use the word politic, and I call it politricking. Because all they do is manipulate the minds of the masses, man, to have you to believe in something that's not even what it is. That's why I don't watch a lot of TV, man. You know what I'm saying? The word television, break it down. That's a triple compound word, bro. What do television do? Tell, lie, vision. It tells lies to captivate your vision, bro. And that's what Joe Biden was able to successfully implement to the people 4 years ago. Because since you've been in office, man, to be honest with you, I don't even see a change. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing where the country has benefited or the people's up under his leadership. I really don't see it. You know what I mean? If I'm missing something, then I'm missing something. But as what I'm seeing, what I'm intaking, I don't see nothing, man. I just see a constant struggle. You know, it's crazy when you wake up every day, you know what I'm saying, especially if you ain't got a job or a job or whatever, you have these responsibilities for his kids and house notes, car notes, insurance, and all that stuff there, and you trying to figure out how you're gonna be able to make loose ends meet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? How are you gonna be able to make loose ends meet? It's virtually impossible. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you living a dream. That's just like somebody setting an expectation that they know they don't have the ability within themselves to accomplish, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just like change. We fast hoping and praying for change. We praying for this country to become great again. You know what I'm saying? MAGA. That's the word Trump used. Make America great again. You know what I'm saying? But that change is the inner process. You feel me? The change starts within yourself. You know, I can't change you. I can inspire you to want to change. I can potentially, possibly motivate you to want to change. And I can also encourage you to want to change. But ultimately, it starts within yourself. You know what I'm saying? It starts within that person. You have to redefine yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to know what you want in life. And the things that, you know, a lot of people don't understand the difference between a need and a want. A lot of us, we get it misconstrued. They do not coexist with each other. They may share similarities, right? But a need and a want don't coexist with each other. A need, again, is your basic human needs. A want is a Rolls Royce. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the mindset of the peoples is messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? And so you have somebody like Joe Biden that's great at capitalizing off stuff like that. You have a lot of people that proud on weaknesses like we do. We came up in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you was out here running the streets, what we done? We pride on the weakness, man. We tried to take advantage of the weakness. You know, we tried to corrupt the mind, the mindset, the mentality. We tried to overtake that, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it is what it is. The results, it manifests. And that's just what Joe Biden is doing right now. So now you want the American peoples to display or show sympathy or empathy for you when you haven't done anything for us. You haven't gave us nothing to give us a reason to want to damn near break our necks, you know what I'm saying, to make it to November the 5th to put them ballots in with your name on it. You haven't displayed anything. You haven't, the only thing that this man has literally demonstrated is failure, man. That little 12-year-old girl that was raped and murdered by that illegal immigrant, that should have never happened. That young lady that was finna graduate college and go on to have a successful life in the medical field, murdered and raped by a legal immigrant, that should have never happened. The mother of 5 that was running, jogging, just trying to keep herself in shape, murdered, raped, a legal immigrant, that should have never happened. Just recent, a couple days ago, another American citizen murdered and raped. That should have never happened. But how do y'all think that happened? Joe Biden opened the border up. The border was secured. It was secured. So I'm thinking what he wanted to do, open up the border, knowing that this kind of stuff could potentially happen. So now you want to say, okay, I'm going to show y'all I can fix that too. If I made that mistake, if I effed up, I can rectify that. I can correctify that. But it's not working. Man, you done let 30 plus million of them suckers in here, man. Man, them jokers could be living in your backyard in your barn, man. They could be anywhere. They could probably went somewhere out in the woods, man, and built shelter, underground houses. Trump gonna catch hell when he get back in office, getting all these peoples up out of here. Because a lot of them are committed to a lot of these farmers. And you know, a lot of these farmers, man, they gonna spend the money just to keep certain ones over here, help them get the green cards. So it's like, you know, open up a can of worm, bro. That's just like me stepping inside of a damn snake pit with 80 water moccasin copperheads. Man, you already know what it's hitting for. They finna, man, you finna tap out. It's over with. You see what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that we have now. Thanks for the super chat, Eric. It's over with. That's the mindset and the mentality that we got to have now. We got to be able to envision. We got to be able to envision the things that's literally taking place around us. So it's easy for me to just sit here and just make up some stuff just to make it sound good. But one thing about reality is like frisking me. Sometimes it'll make you lose intensity. That's what reality do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a ball of lightning. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we cloud up. A lot of us cloud up. I'm talking about huge dark clouds. but ain't no rain. Ain't no rain behind it. You can have all the clouds in the world. Long as it ain't raining, I'm still outside. But if it's raining, it's going to prevent me from going outside. And as a result, being inside gives me an opportunity to regather and recollect my thoughts and figure out how to implement my next move or my next play. But we don't think like that. Because see, when I was in prison, when I was incarcerated, right? When I was incarcerated, right? I was in solitary confinement for 6.5 years, bro. 6 years and 6 months. Crazy numbers, right? But it is what it is. So I was in solitary confinement, bro. And I was in a position where I didn't have no other choice but to do what? Accept my situation. I'm incarcerated. I can't go home. You know what I'm saying? I'm limited. But it's a difference when you out here in the free world, though. You know what I'm saying? What they call society. See, you can navigate out here, bro. You can go and come. You know what I'm saying? You can network. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do in the free world. And that's what Joe Biden is doing now. To him, the White House is his free world. And meaning he can do anything. He can change policies. He can contradict his own policies. He can dictate whatever he want to dictate. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever he want to do because he has been granted and anointed that power and position to do as such. But that does not necessarily mean that we have to sit here as American peoples and accept that. And how we don't accept it. We don't get out and vote for him, bro. Simple as that. You don't get out there and put his name on that ballot, bro. You don't do that. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to tell you something. Another 4 years, and mark my word, if it ever come to intuition, mark my word, another 4 years with Joe Biden in office, we doomed as a country, bro. This would be the first time that we can ever say in the history of America, in the history of this world, that America fell victim and short to these other countries. See, Putin got ideals, man. Y'all think Putin just... Listen, man, you got 3 peoples over there in America right now in Russia held hostage in captivity. Right now, 3 people. Joe Biden gave this man at least $40 to $50 billion for these people. He ain't released now one of them. The only person that they went over there and got was that girl, Lisa Leslie, that played in the WNBA. That's the only person. And they had to give up one of the a fucking Unabomber, one of the most mass bombers that the world has ever seen. They exchanged them out. They did an exchangement. But now that Putin has sat back and realized that Biden ain't got a muscle gain, man, I got this sucker here, boy. I tell you what, send me 10 billion. We're gonna fly them out to you. Oh, something happened, man. The aircraft broke down and we had a oil leakage, or we need another $1 billion to get machinery and all that stuff straight. So we're going to send you $2 billion and put 10 more $1 billion on top of that. And you still ain't got nowhere. Did y'all hear what Trump say? If I win the presidential election, listen at this. Listen at this strong statement that Trump made. And I really believe this is going to happen. Trump said the minute that I win election, I have them back over here in America safe and secure with their family before I even take office, before I'm even sworn in January. Big facts. You heard what Trump said. Putin don't play with me like that. He ain't going to play with me like that because he know I'm not going for that. But and I'm not discrediting Joe Biden, but I despise and dislike the fact that he's responsible for these illegal immigrants killing these women and raping these kids and stuff. And you're not trying to man up and take full responsibility for that you have created, bro. That's the issue that I have with him. Not at no point did you try to address it in a sense or in a manner to show compassion or sympathy to the victims' families. He didn't do any of that. You heard what he said? Well, the truth to the matter is, they said when I opened the border up, this happened and that happened. But then you got to think about it. They uncle, they incest, they cousin, they doing it too. Always somebody always trying to blame somebody for something that they have done. That's just like us as black people. We quick to rely on history, slavery. oh, the white man this, the white man doing this, the white man doing that. But guess what? We blaming the white man for all that they do, but we are not blaming each other for the things that we do to each other, man. And that's the difference. When there is no balance, there is chaos and confusion. When there is no balance, there is chaos and confusion. The picture will never come out pretty. See, I can sit here and focus on the big things in life, right? I can just sit here and just reminisce on the large and the humongous things in life. The reality of it is this right there. It's this right here. Everything big first had to derive from something small, bro. The picture would never be big. You create the picture. You create the picture. I said that to say this. For every problem, there's a solution. See, we don't think about the solution. We locked in on the problems and not realizing that we are the solution to the problem. We are the solution to the problem, bro. That's our responsibility. You feel me? Why y'all think these kids are like they are now? Why y'all think the kids are moving the way they moving now? Because a lot of them feel unloved and unwanted at home. So what they do? They turn to the streets, hoping that the streets can fill those open voids within them. And a lot of them are so young and not conscious and aware of the fact of knowing that the streets only have two things to offer, bro. Death and jail. But we ain't educating them like that. We ain't teaching that to them because they too busy sitting around, growing up, watching you and I walk around with our pants sagging, with rags hanging out our pockets and shit, smoking blunts, on the block selling rocks, shooting guns, doing this and that to people. So what you think they getting out of that? What is the benefit? There's nothing beneficial coming out of that. Because guess what's going to happen? As they grow in life, they're going to get to a point where they're going to begin to imitate the characteristics that we have always displayed in front of them. They're going to become accustomed to that because they are not used to seeing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And for the ones that want to be professional athletes and all that good stuff there, I commend them on that. I commend them on that and I respect them on that. But you know what we got to also be able to do? We got to also be able to let these kids know that sports is just one of the tools in the toolbox. I'm going to say that again. Sports is just one of the many tools that's in that toolbox. You ain't just got to rely on football, basketball, baseball. You could become a lawyer. You could become a doctor. You become a psychiatrist. You can become a successful car business person. You can become anything that you want to become in life. But due to the fact that we're not playing our role and our part as men, as parents, as leaders, and as role models, they only think that that's the only option that they have. Boy, I got to get out of the hood. I got to go play football, man. We got to let them know that there's more options on the table, bro. And again, it starts within us. We have to lead by example. Our ways and actions, again, have to coincide with that we manifest from our mouth. I can't expect for you to lead. I can't expect for you to follow me if I'm doing the opposite of what I'm trying to get you to do. I can't sit here and say, look at here, man. Let me tell you something. Don't go out there on them blocks, man. Don't go out there and hang with them boys now. You're going to get yourself in trouble, man. Blah, 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 blah. But 15 minutes later, the same blocks that I told you not to hang or partake or be in or around, I'm out there right now. 45, 50 years old, my pants hanging off my butt, tight ass white beat on, blunt in one mouth, on one hand, cigarette in the other, a fifth of gin in the back pocket, a case of Budweiser in front of me. What that look like? What it look like? Is this the same joker that just not told me not to do this? And he's doing it now? Are you serious? The kids are the future for tomorrow, bro. Without the youth and the kids, we are nothing. That's what we're supposed to be cherishing right now. That's a part of the legacy that we trying to leave behind. You feel me? I don't want to leave this world and people only remember me as being a bad person, the bad person that I used to be. I want people to know that I was able to refrain. You know what I'm saying? I was able to rectify some things. I was able to get myself back on the correct path. Because, see, I understand that I am a part of that problem that we see now. People like me are a part of that problem. So I want to be a part of that fixture, man. I want to fix that. I want to contribute. How can I contribute? I contribute by continuing to walk the way that I need to walk. Allow these kids to learn from my mistakes so they don't have to learn from their own. By teaching them, sharing my story, sharing my testimony, being consistent with it, being able to relate. So when I used to go to these schools and do these speaking engagements, I didn't bust up in there with no three-piece suits on. No, They can't relate to that because they're not used to seeing that. I come in as I am, like I am now. And I build them up to let them know, boy, it's okay to leave the Jordans in the closet, boy. It's okay to leave the jerseys in the closet, boy. It's okay to throw something casual on. It's okay to put on a collar shirt, a tie, a coat, suit, slacks. It's okay to do that. Presentation, first impression is the best impression, bro. But what we do, we don't do. We don't teach them that. Man, go in there, man, look here, man, you want to go to the mall? Well, I'm about to go get them new J's that came out, boy. Oh, yeah? Man, let me slide with you. Let go. What you waiting on? You feel what I'm saying? The world is messed up because of us, people. And we sat here, we are so quick to throw shade at these other countries. We so quick to throw shade, just like Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden. Oh, they over there killing all the peoples up, man. Truth to the matter is we committing genocides over here in America too. It ain't no different over here than over there, because the same thing that we say they doing, we doing the same thing over here. What's the difference maker? We're going to go back to that word balance, man. We're going to go back to that magnetic attraction, man, that positive and that negative. One cannot live without the other. Being able to take accountability and the responsibility for your own actions. You know what I'm saying? Because when you cast bad energy out into the universe, it's going to come back to you. It's like a revolving door. What goes around, come around. You can't duck it. Every time you duck, that headshot is coming. You can't get away from it. So I tell people, parents, be parents. Don't be parents and friends. It's not gonna mesh out like that. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, myself, I can say that, I didn't have a father figure in my life when I was coming up, and which I didn't. I didn't have a father figure. But I cannot just sit here and solely rely on the fact that just because I didn't have a father figure, that was ultimately the reason why I ended up in the penitentiary. I can't say that 100%. I can say it played a pivotal role in my life, not having a father figure male in my life to kind of like show me life or teach me, the right and wrong things. But truth to the matter is, when you grow up into life, when you grow up in the age, you're supposed to already, you know these things. But what goes wrong is that we wait till these kids turn 8, 9, and 10 years old and we try to start putting them up on life. But the way the world is moving now, boy, you gotta damn near start teaching them as soon as they come out Mondukes. When they come out of Mondukes, the minute you see them on them knees crawling, boy, that's when you gotta snatch them up right there. Don't wait till they start walking. You're gonna make a mistake. Do not wait till them kids start walking to start educating them, man. Catch them while they on their kneecaps. Teach them how to walk. Don't let them learn on their own. You teach them how to walk. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. Each one teach one, each one reach one. You know what I'm saying? Together we stand, divided we fall. It's all about unification. You know what I'm saying? Unity, we all that we have. You know what I'm saying? So when you looking for justice, the only justice that you're going to get is just us. And that's how the American citizens need to be locked in right now. We all that we have. Let's get out November the 5th and make the right choice and the right decision with our votes, bro. Let's make sure we getting out voting for the right person. You know what I'm saying? We not voting based on popularity. No, we not keying in on popularity. That's over and done with. You know what I'm saying? We want the right person in office that's going to literally do exactly or give it they all to do exactly everything that the system would allow them to do. And Donald Trump has a huge influence over the world and over a lot of things. And I seriously do believe that if Donald Trump is re-elected November the 5th as president of the United States of America, we're going to see a difference, and we're going to see a difference in a short period of time. We're not going to have to wait 2 and 3 years to see taxes go down or see the economy. We're not going to have to wait, because Donald Trump has sat back from the crib and studied all of this stuff that's been transpiring or taking place in the last 4 years. In despite of its legal issues or matters in the courtroom, the man is still dedicated to making America great again. And so we have to respect that as a people. It don't matter what nobody say. At the end of the day, when Trump was in office, Trump did a lot of great things. And I'm not going to say I hate to say it, because I don't like to use that word hatred, because to me it's just a foul word to utilize. But I will say this right here. Trump did more for the American peoples than Obama did when he was in office. Only thing that we can say real good and great about Obama is that he made history. And that history was becoming the first black man of the United States of America. Outside the scope of that, Obama had difficulties and issues with being able to put things in this true perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you have peoples out here that talk a good game, man. Talking a good game and being able to produce is two totally different things, bro. There is no coincidence. There is not even similarities that exist within the two. I promise you it's not. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all for locking in and tapping in with your boy Self-Conscious. I just, like I said, man, I just felt the need to come on and to interact with y'all beautiful people, man. Like, I really want people to know that, we done had enough, man. We done had enough. We done had enough for Joe Biden. We done had almost 4 years with this guy. He ain't produced. He ain't showed us nothing, man. And if you go back, before I get off, if you can reflect back 4 years ago when he first ran, remember all the stuff that he said, man. Just think about everything that Joe Biden said that he was going to do, not just for the American citizens, but specifically, he was directing all that energy in towards the black race. But I still haven't seen anything. I haven't seen nothing. You know what? Let me get me some water. I'm not even getting off. Yeah. I have a need to stay on here with y'all guys for a little bit longer. And I appreciate you for sending that super chat to me too, my brother. And always keep in mind, I want people to know, it don't matter if it's 50 cents. It don't matter if it's $1. I appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't take none of it for granted, right? But let me take these glasses off. I done had enough of them shades. So I want to take y'all back in time for a minute. And a lot of people said it's not good to focus on past tense or past events and things of that nature, right? But ultimately, from my perspective, I always look back in the past, right? Because the past helped me stay relevant presently, and it allows me to continue to focus in towards my future, right? Incarceration. I didn't leave anything back there. So I have no business going back there. You feel me? But I want to talk about this 9/11. And just for the record, man, everything that I speak on or about, I make sure it perfectly coexists with each other. I usually do so, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, he's jumping from one subject matter to another. Everything I speak about it, man, it has it has its own perfect coincidence, man. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, it's like a revolving door. You feel me? So with that being said, as I reflect back on the 9/11, on that day, when thousands and thousands of American citizens lost their lives in the World Trade Center, the Pentagon and stuff like that, man, that was probably one of the most saddest moments ever in America's history. You know what I'm saying? People losing their lives like that. I went back and looked at some of that footage, and I had to stop looking at it because it brought tears to my eyes, bro. Like literally seeing people standing up in the windows, you know, screaming for help. You even had people jumping out the windows, man, trying to save their own lives or whatever, right? And it's something about that, man, that to this day, you know, for us with my recollection, it's something about that that just don't set right. You know, think about the money that we have in the, you know, the missile defense systems and the satellites and all this stuff that we have set up, man, that can like literally pick stuff up from thousands and thousands of miles away, right? So the question is, how was those planes even able to get that close to the World Trade Center and stuff? How? How did it? How was it possible? Right? Like I say, guys, I like to keep it 100, man. I just, at the end of the day, I feel like all of that stuff was pre-planned. I'm just gonna say it like that. It was already pre-planned, bro. That stuff was already pre-planned to happen like that. It was not no coincidence. It happened for a reason. And it was all about being able to evade another country to take control over their oil. That was all about oil. That was all about me coming in your country and just deboing what you got. You gonna give it to me willingly or unwillingly, either way it go, I'm gonna take it. Right? And Colin Powell at that time, he was Secretary of State. And he actually stepped down after he got the truth, right? Then you had Condoleezza Rice slide in right behind him. Didn't even give his seat time enough to cool off. She jumped in while it was still hot, smoking like Joe Frazier. You feel me? That seat was smoking like Joe Frazier when Colin Powell got up out of that sucker, boy. Condoleezza Rice sat right in it. And still to this day, she got a big burn on her back, on her behind it right now. Because she sat in it too long. You know, everything that has a beginning, bro, has an ending. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Think about the Bible, the scripture, man. What's the first scripture in the Bible? Genesis. Where does it end at? Revelations. Do y'all know anything about the 7 seals of Revelations? We'll talk about that another time, though. That's another video. Because I definitely want to tap in with the 7 seals, right? And there's a book. When I was incarcerated, I'm going to give y'all a quick story. And again, everything that I speak about coincide with each other. So, you know, just follow me. Just stick with me. You feel me? When I was incarcerated and I hadn't been in prison a year, right? And this guy that I was staying next door to me because we was on lockup, right? You know, he was I think he was a 5%er, right? You know what I'm saying? And he was, you know, very knowledgeable, very smart. And he was a young guy too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think I was like, when I first got there, I was like 19. And I think Buddy was like 27 or something like that. You know what I mean? I went in when I was 17. I was legit. You feel me? But anyway, so one day I'm sitting over there in my cell, mind you, I'm used to confinement because I sat in the county jail facility for a couple of years. So my mind is built for this. I can deal with it now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm pulling hairs out and putting sheets and stuff around my neck and all that good stuff right there, right? So one day the library came around and they allow us to have access, you know what I'm saying, to like books and magazines and newspapers and stuff like that. And in prison, especially in lockup, solitary confinement, you know, that stuff means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It helps keep the mind occupied. You know what I'm saying? It helps you from sitting there, slitting yourself up with razors and stuff like that. It gives you something to do. And so when the library cart came around, they didn't have any more books. And so I was like, damn, man, when y'all gonna come back around with the books? I need something to read. And so whatever guy said, dude started knocking on my wall. He was like, yo, I was like, what's up, man? He was like, you need something to read? I was like, yeah, bro, I need something to read, man. And he was like, shoot, slide your mule out there. This is a true story now. He said, slide your mule out there. I say, mule? I said, what you mean a mule? He said, your car. I said, car? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this nigga about a real car. I'm thinking he talking about a real mule, donkey, jackass, and all that stuff, right? He was like, nah, man, slide your string out, man, and get the book. I didn't know nothing about that, man. I ain't know nothing about taking a piece of paper and tying the string to it at the end and sliding it across the floor up under the door and to get stuff. But you know, I learned eventually, but at the time, I didn't know nothing. So I was like, man, I don't know how to do that, bro. So he was like, don't worry about it. When they come around with the child, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the CO, the correction officer to bring you the book. So I was like, cool, bro. So we chilling. I'm chilling. Food come around, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell when the food coming around because the food cart, it squeaks. And you know what I'm saying? Boy, cats get happy then, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in solitary confinement lockup, you don't have privileges like the people's in general population. You don't have access to like the canteen and all that stuff there. So you got to pretty much rely and depend on whatever the state, you know what I'm saying, provide or give to you. You know what I'm saying? 3 hots on the cart, shit on the shingle, that kind of thing, right? That's the slang, that's the lingo back there. So anyway, the buddy sent the book over there to me, right? So he sent the book over there to me. And this is where my journey started at for us with this political stuff, man. Like, literally, hear me out. So I get the book. It's a white book. On the front of the book, man, it was a guy on a horse, man. Had a face shield on, had a sword in one hand, shield on the other hand. He was on the horse, and the horse was like kicked up like that. And that shit said, behold, a pale white horse. So I'm saying to myself, like, man, what this man just sent me, bro? Like, what the hell is this? You feel me? Like, and I like opened the book real fast, and but they had some words in there, man. And then when I went to prison, man, I wasn't the smartest kid in the world, you know, getting kicked in and out of school, you know what I'm saying? But prison is where, you know, I got my GED and my bronze work keys or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I took advantage of the educational courses and things and of that nature that they provided for us back there. So God is good that I was able to achieve that goal. Sadly, I had to achieve it from that perspective, but I got it, you feel me? And it still counts because it's on record. But anyway, so I get the book, and it was to a point where I was just finna start just skipping through the book. You know what I'm saying? I was just pretty much trying to look at the pictures. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So anyway, I said, you know what? One day I woke up, man, it was like on a Saturday. And on a Saturday, man, you know what I'm saying, in prison, it's just dead. It's really dead. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, hold up for a minute. Yo. I'm on the video. I go outside. I don't want to get off. I know it's hot. Y'all okay?
We finna ride with Jack.
Y'all finna go with Jack?
I'm going to Jack.
Oh. But let me finish my video, okay?
Because we not gonna stay up that long, but when Pine get back, we gonna go up there.
Uh-huh.
And I think Jeremiah gonna take his stuff.
You think Jeremiah gonna do with his book sacks and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay, baby. I get with you in a minute. Let me finish my video, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, guys. So, what I was saying, right? I apologize for the inconvenience, man. But anyway, you know, you have to always get a kid your time and stuff like that. So, I get the book, man. And I open the book up, and I start reading the book. And I found out, you know, the author of the book is a guy named William H. Cooper, right? William H. Cooper is the author. He wrote the book. So I'm reading this book, man, and I'm like, I'm trying to kind of like make some sense of this, right? Because the book is deep, bro. I mean, dumb deep. It was deep to me at the time. I understand it now. I deciphered the whole book now, right? But anyway, you know, William H. Cooper was something like Niccolo Machiavelli was back in the, 1500s. He was like a a military strategist, political theorist, or something like that. And he was talking about, you know, aliens. He was talking about a whole lot of stuff, the CIA, government. And so one day UPS delivered a box to his mailbox. But due to the fact that he'd been in the military, he already knew it was something shaky about it, right? So when he went to open the mailbox, it was bombed. It was anthrax. It blew up. Bloop. So it was like, you know, as I get down in the book, he was talking about, you know, the New World Order. Like, this man predicted the New World Order. This book was written in 95. New World Order didn't hit until 2001. He predicted that the New World Order before it even came into existence. Like, literally, right? So my thing was, if everything that this man saying in this book is not true, then why are they making the attempt to assassinate the man? And he literally said to himself, there's another book that he got out. He literally said to himself, said in the book, by the time I finish the next book, I'll probably end up dead. And sure enough, they killed him, right? But he was just like exposing so much stuff. Like John F. Kennedy, you know, in the motorcade ride or whatever. They literally think, or had us thinking, that it was somebody up on the balcony that shot him, when it was the driver of the car that killed John F. Kennedy. His wife already knew what was going on, right? But they threatened to do something to her and her kids if she opened her mouth. So if you think about it, the minute half of his face came off, his wife reached back there and tried to pick it up and attach it back on. So peoples didn't know. What had happened. So she already knew it was going to happen. She already knew he was going to get assassinated. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, I said it to say this. A couple of days after that, staff came around and did a shakedown, an institutional shakedown on lockup. They always do institutional shakedowns or whatnot. Where you going at?
We're going to school.
Now?
No, we went on fire.
All right, well, I'm going to go out here in the car. Samaya, don't even play. Don't start that. Don't start that, man. I do not want to hear that shit though. I apologize for that, guys. My daughter, sometimes she make me just want to whoop her, man. She spoil you. You know what I'm saying? You want everything. And then I'm working on her.